to stay on. So yeah,
All right. Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J and Jake
yeah,
coming to you live from Long Island and Austin,
yes.
Texas, coast to coast and across the globe. So, Jake, I understand you're just back, or recently back from your goodwill mission to the Ukraine/Poland border,
Yeah.
helping refugees relocate.
Yeah. And by the way, good seeing you again. I miss
Good
you.
to see you. Good to see you. I hope people will watch and catch up with you a little bit.
Yeah, good to be back on the show.
You're still Jake Lee at Twitter at Jakle.
Um, I'm not on Twitter much. Um,
Not too
yeah,
much.
not too much. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really on Twitter. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm on there a lot. But
LinkedIn, okay.
yeah,
What's your handle on LinkedIn? Same thing, Jake
yeah. You
Lee?
just search my name. It's just Jake Lee.
Okay.
I should have the. I should own the SEO for that. So, um, yeah, we're good seeing you again. It's been a while. I think it's
You
been
know, been too long. Been too
too
long.
long.
Yeah. So you want to just tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
the Ukraine trip, and then we'll talk stocks.
Yeah. No, I mean the short story behind that is, I was sitting around one day, and I was really. This is when the war first started. Yeah, hello, it's Tim. Yeah. And I was very upset about what happened or what was happening in the Ukraine. Um, so I actually messaged the embassy to see if I can go join the fight. Um, I was after a couple glasses of wine, right? They didn't accept me, thankfully. I probably wouldn't have gone either. Right?
But at the moment, at the moment.
I mean, it would be totally useless in the combat situation. Yeah, yeah. And then so then I was like, I had to do something. Um, so I ended up getting an apartment there, just to house some refugee. I went on LinkedIn, asked people if they know anyone that needs a place to stay. Massive support. No one knew anybody. So I was like, all right, damn it, I already got the place. I'll just fly over there, drive to the border, just pick up a family.
Um, that's what you did?
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. So I got there, I drove to the border, and I picked one up. They were really nice, actually. Very kind people, very, very inspirational people. A grandmother, and a daughter, and a baby child, Artem. And yeah, they stayed there, very thankful. Yeah, had a great time. Met a lot of good Polish people, which I appreciated. Everyone was helping. Yeah, it was such an inspirational group, banding together to help others. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back for a couple weeks.
Was it also heartrending to see the sad situation of the refugees?
Um, you know, when I went to the camp, the refugee camp, it wasn't the level of despair I thought it was going to be. Like people looks to be in a lot better spirit than I imagined. I mean,
Wow.
which is really crazy. It's insane.
Yeah,
So these people are really resilient people.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Now, what about the market? Do you see the same kind of resiliency in the in the spiders as you did with the Ukraine people?
I don't know about that, but yeah, like I was saying earlier, I was sitting out on the sideline for like a year, and finally back to deploy some resources into the market. Um, yeah, no, the market sucks right
So
now.
your timing was good in terms of the market, being mainly in cash and going in, and starting to go in now.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see, right? I mean, who knows? Maybe it is, but for sure, I mean, I avoided some losses for sure.
Yeah. And what did you go into recently?
So right now, I'm in Ephesus.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
Tim was asking you for your opinion on Athesis the other day. Athesis and Sava, if you have opinions.
I don't have an opinion on Saba, but I like Ephesus. I think I look. No one can time the bottom, but I think it's more or less, you know, until the next binary is pretty much de-risk. I think I could be very wrong. Um, yeah, I mean Tcon. I love Tcon. Uh, yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. Um, SPPI as well. So those are three I'm looking at.
That one you've been in before, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah. So far, it's just an oldie, but it
Yeah.
could be a goodie.
Could
Yes.
be a goodie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at the very least, if the market turns a bit, you'll get a run up to Padufo in.
You buying any quality, taking advantage of the dip to buy like the AOLs, I mean the
Yeah.
AAPLs,
Well, yeah.
Apples and AMZNs and the
Yeah.
video.
I got some Okta. Uh, um, looking at shop. Um,
Shopify took it on the nose also, yeah. Took it
right.
on the chin.
Oh, huge. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
huge.
it's like at 1,500, and I was like in the threes. Uh,
Yeah.
I like PayPal. Uh,
Yeah, all beaten down names.
yeah. Right.
And no matter what you look at, it's been beaten down pretty much across every sector.
Yeah. Right.
Some of them beaten down 80%, like Shopify.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Roku, another one beaten down.
I mean, it's probably more deserving than shop.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah.
There are probably better plays in the content area. I like Disney better, and I like
Hmm.
Paramount better.
Yeah. Disney is interesting. Um, yeah.
Paramount also has some really good content, and they're growing their subscriber base, whereas Netflix is shrinking their subscriber base.
Yeah. It's just so saturated. Yeah. Fighting over content is tough.
Disney Plus, I believe, is growing as well.
Yeah. I'm not a big content watcher actually. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I like there's one Netflix show that I'm intrigued by that I've been watching, Lincoln Lawyer.
Mm,
I think it's number one series right now on Netflix. I
yeah.
kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Don't know it. Yeah. Not a big content guy. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
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 So you want us to take a look at anything? SP with spiders? How about we look at the spiders together? I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I mean, you should without getting too depressed.
Let's see what people have to say first, and then we'll do a couple of charts. Tim, hi all. It's like the good old days. Thank you for your humanitarian work, Jake.
Oh yeah, Tim. I remember Tim. Hey Tim.
Mark, hey Jake, glad to have you back. You're getting some nice comments here, Jake.
Hmm. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Jake made us a lot of money with this pick, so always will be grateful to Jake. See, you got a lot of good comments. Nice to see you back,
Nice.
Jake. I'm part of the silent majority.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Silent majority. Yeah.
Don't know.
Hmm.
Same to you, Dr. J. Okay, Ken. And Mika may not know you, but he's been following the show very carefully these days. Mika is an ophthalmologist that's into what biotechnology
Mm,
plays. So we have a nice group almost on a daily, pretty much a bunch of regulars on a daily basis. Pete has been joining us regularly. Pete Alex Young. Some names that you may not know. The other Pete Athesis, is always popping in as well.
hmm.
You remember Pete and Linda with the quads. She's been popping in.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Jiggly, of course.
Yeah, she had some really good picks back in the days.
Oh yeah, Linda had some really good picks. I think made us so all money with Fuel Cell.
Fuel Cell, that's the one that she liked.
Yeah, she had a really good one with Fuel Cell.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the spiders. I suspect we're not going to make new lows, but if we do, it'll be quick. It'll be kind of quick.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of quick. And yeah, let me share screen. I think it won't be like a drastic low. It'll be just a little bit lower maybe. But we're
Yeah.
in a bottoming pattern. Sometimes it takes a little time. I was of the opinion that we were going more or less straight up, but I was wrong.
Mm.
So we'll have to pause before we get to my target of 460. That's my target, SPY 460. I like that area.
Yeah, I remember you being really or very accurate in terms of macro predictions.
I have been in the past. Let's see if I can be in the future.
I remember us years ago. I mean, we would talk about CVM every day.
Yes, yes, and it's still a lot of people from the beauty shows still care about CVN,
Really, why?
still own a piece of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's still a chance for FDA approval
yeah,
of their multi-kind for it had success against a certain subgroup of the patients. So boy, the S&P really took it on the chin today, 4% down to 39.23. That's a pretty big move for the S&P. Dow is down 1164, another huge move, 3.5%. The Nasdaq was down 4.75%, big numbers.
hmm,
And the Russell was down 3.5%. Crude was down a little, which is always good. We want to see crude going down below 100 again, a barrel. And let's see what else there is to see. Gold and silver both down slightly. The 10-year slips further below $3 to 288. What do you make of that? The Fed is raising and the 10-year bonds yawns and goes the other way. You make anything out of that?
Sorry, what was the question?
You would think that the 10-year would be hovering around 320, 3.25 with Fed raising 50 points every meeting, 50 basis points every meeting.
Yeah,
And here we have the Bitcoin collapse continuing down 3% today to 29,146. You think that's a good buy now, Bitcoin?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's
I personally do. I think it is. I think it's a good buy.
yeah. Why?
Yeah. I think if you look at the long-term chart, it's extremely volatile, but it's been a steady up performer, and I think it'll resume its uptrend eventually
Yeah, maybe. Just
to
so.
new, to new highs.
Mm,
So any pullback of 50% or more, I think has to be bought.
mm,
This is the spiders. I had it stopping. This chart doesn't look too accurate. I had it stopping right at the 38.2% mark. So I think it's a little off on my picture here. So it stopped at the lows. Uh, we have back here in February 28th, 2021, a hit of this line that I drew at 372. And no, that's not right. It's this line at 378. So we came pretty close to that. We went down as low as 385, I believe, last week. Let's see, 385, yeah. So we're hovering just above the 38.2 Fibonacci retrace. If I drew the chart correctly, it would be right at it pretty much. So that gave credence to my theory that probably the last week's low is going to be good. Now it retraced much of that gain from last week and Monday and Tuesday of this week in one day today, but it did not make another low. I think it's possible it just comes down a little bit more, either makes a new low or doesn't even, and reverses trend to the upside one more time. So I think we're going to get a lot of ripples before the direction is clearly determined on the SPY. I'm leaning towards bullish direction right now, as opposed to significant downside. I don't see significant downside. Well, this guy Mike Wilson from Morgan Stanley, is widely respected. And he said early on that 380 would be minimum pay on the SPY. When we hit 385, that's pretty close. I would give him credit, or at least partial credit, for his 380 call.
Okay.
Now I have 367 as my maximum pay, not minimum pay. Right in here at the high of August 30th, 2020, 358.75. That area, about 360 would be my area of maximum pain. So I don't see too much downside. At the worst case, maybe 360, 367, something like that. I think it's worth nibbling if nothing, not going in a whole hog, but nibbling at quality names, nibbling at at the SPY itself, buying some spiders, buying some Qs, buying Apple and Amazon and Nvidia and Microsoft, buying these quality tech names that are rich in cash and some of the best companies in the world. They're all on sale, and you don't know when they're going to be on sale again, if ever. I mean, they will be, but relative to what number? So I think this is an opportunity to buy, especially for the long-term investor. What's your thinking?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on this one. Absolutely. I mean, look, the last time I remember this very clearly. COVID just happened. Stock market took a huge hit, and you came out when you said that you were bullish on the market. I thought you were crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
In fact, the COVID lows, I hit 'em- I hit it on the nose. The COVID lows.
Yeah. So when it comes to macro things, I will. Yes, I will not doubt you. So I'm with you on this one, especially for the big tech names.
And I like to stay optimistic. Most of the time, being optimistic is the right call with the stock market and the history of the stock market.
Yeah.
The optimists usually have it right. The doomsday guys usually have it wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm about 90% of the time, I'm going to be right if I'm optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's an easier side to pick. Yeah.
Yeah, much easier side to pick to be optimistic. To actually call a crash, you need a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
so many things have to go wrong and go wrong at the same time that who can foresee that kind of thing?
Yeah.
You know, that like what happened with the housing crisis, subprime mortgages, and all of that. There was no way in the world that you could have foreseen that that crisis and causing a worldwide Great Recession. So that it wasn't too long ago that happened, and it doesn't happen very often. 1987 was a major crash. 2000, 2001, that area, major crash. But for the most part, you get these 20% corrections, bear market, typical bear market correction, and it goes back up, closes up for the year. So I wouldn't be shocked if we actually closed up on the year. I don't. That's not my base case. My base case is that it not close up on the year. That we trade up to maybe 460 to 472 by the end of the year. That's my base case. Today, people on our viewers are talking about the death toll for Target and Walmart and some of the retailers. That kind of surprised me. I didn't think we were going to get that kind of earnings miss for Walmart and Target.
Yeah. It didn't surprise me. I don't know. I've been.
It, it didn't.
No, well, first of all, I'm very biased against those big retailer. Anyways, I never go inside a store. I think everything should be online.
Yeah,
100%.
but Walmart, of course, and even Target to a lesser extent has a big online presence.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm just not bullish on Walmart online presence. And I think what the growth this year or it was like what 2%. I'm actually yeah. I mean,
It was a huge miss. I don't know exactly. I didn't look.
oh, huge. Yeah, it was like 2%
Yeah.
growth. Yeah, it was. is
And
miserable.
it's at the same time, the big box retailers, especially the Home Depot and the Lowe's, had great earnings. And you told me you were bullish Lowe's earlier in the year.
Yeah, I mean those stores. I think you have to come in. Like, yeah, you kind of have to go inside, right? I mean, to buy those kind of things. The Walmart, just I don't know. I feel like I'll be okay if Walmart didn't exist. Same for Target is a little bit better.
Yeah,
No,
but Walmart is in every little town in the country. You realize that it's like the hub of every little town. People gather at the local Walmart in some towns in this country.
yeah,
So it's almost like a meeting spot in some
yeah,
places.
it's just a very depressing one. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I will tell you that the Walton family are making a big play on Bentonville, Arkansas. They're trying to turn it into the next tech hub, which is crazy.
Uh-huh.
But um,
What's happening with Elon? Elon's presence in Austin.
yeah, he's been hanging out.
Have you been hanging out with you? You've been having dinners with Elon?
Nah, not me personally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's been good for the city.
Has he been in the city, you think, a lot?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, he has. The city has really come alive over the last 5 to 10 years.
Oh, yeah. I love it here. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, except for the bugs, apparently.
Yeah, especially this time for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like conversation about Artisis. Yeah, I'm very excited about Artisis.
Now, Jiggly is very negative on Athesis.
You
He's
think?
been our Athesis bear, and he's talking. Let me put on what he's saying now. He's saying, come on. Why isn't it coming on the screen? I'll just read it. For some reason, it's
Yeah, why
not.
is he so
He's
embarrassed?
saying reverse split and dilution for Athesis. Well, clearly, if the data is bad, he'll be right. He'll be correct. If the data is bad, it'll go to 15 cents, reverse split 10, 20 to 1, get up to $3, and then dilute.
Hmm.
So there's no question that if the data if it's a big miss on the data, the treasure data,
Yeah,
which is going to occur any day, then Jiggly is correct. But on the other hand, if the data is pretty good, it's $4 or $5 stock overnight.
yeah. And obviously dilution is not going to be before data readout. They have enough money.
Yeah, the data readout will happen this month, according to Helios. That means in the next 13 days.
Yeah, and I mean, I say 3 to 5 if it's good. Um,
So you're looking for 3 to 5.
yeah, I think so. I mean,
What did you get in? About 50, 60 cents?
let's see. I got in. Uh, hmm, yeah, like I think like 60 something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's
My average is 75 cents. So you got me beat.
pretty good. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Average 55 actually. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very
Yes.
nice. That's great. Well, 55 cents, a run to 85 cents before data, you're already making a lot of profit. You don't have to stay in if you don't want.
Honestly, I trimmed just a tiny bit just to play around with it, but I'll
Yeah.
keep it to after data.
Okay, so you're gambling on this one all the way.
Yeah, yeah. I'll yeah. Why not? I haven't took a binary gamble like this in a while, so I'm in it. I'm in it with
Yeah,
you, Dr. J.
you're in it to win it. I've been in and out of it for 8 years, 10 years, maybe. Mainly in it. I was out of it maybe for 6 months.
Hmm. Wait, so why is Jiggly bearish about the Athesis? What's the bear case?
Well, we think he's a secret buyer and a secret
Yeah,
hoarder.
right.
we think he has tons of it, and he's just playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah, it might just be trolling.
Yeah. So Jiggly, everybody figures Jiggly's got tons of this Ephesus,
Yeah.
and he's just playing with us. Yeah, Jiggly's going to get in. He's in already. Or he's going to get in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jiggly is, he plays mind games, Jiggly, with us.
Yeah. You know what? Here's what I predict. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I predict. It seems like a lot of people has been, more gloomy lately. I predict Ephesus is going to really revitalize your fan base, and it's going to be a big win for everyone. And it's really going to start the reversal of the sentiment.
I sure hope so. First of all, it'll get me out of the recent hole that I'm in.
You know what? I see this for you. I want this for you. Yes.
I want it for me and all of our viewers as well.
Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be good. It's not gonna be like 3 to 5. Probably be like 2 or 2.5, and you're still gonna be really happy. And it's really gonna like trigger a series of wins for everyone. That's what I see.
Look, if it goes to 2.5, it will eventually go to 5 because their study is as best as 2 is going to come to fruition by the end of the year. So eventually, with success in Japan, their clinical trial should also be successful, and it will get there eventually to $5 to $10.
Maybe, but no dilute in between. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to take your profits to 2.5, but you got to come back in for the Masters 2 trial.
Yeah.
All right, so the show is only 30 minutes. We have a new format, so we're going to wind it up. See if anybody has any requests. Anybody have a request before we say sayonara, goodbye? Good to see you, Jake. No, I don't see any others. So normally we do a bunch of stocks, but we basically did the spiders and Athesis today, and we talked about Walmart and Target. That's good enough. So Bitcoin, yeah. Mika wants to know our opinions on Bitcoin. I think it's a great buying opportunity right about here, and to keep buying on the dip. I mean, I don't think it's going back to the 4,000 that it was in March of 2020. I doubt that. So I haven't called where the bottom is, but it's not going to be. It's going to be higher than 4,000. It's well higher. I mean, it went from 4,000 to 60,000 in what 2 years. And so it's capable of tremendous moves. If I got the timing right on Bitcoin, or am I mistaken? I think I'm doing it from memory. Maybe my memory is off. It sounds almost too big a move, but from memory, it was as low as 4,000 not that long ago. Let me just double check that. I mean, if I'm off, I'm off, but I believe that's what it was. BTC dot USD. I'll just click that. We'll end with Bitcoin chart. Okay, so this is the weekly, which is good. And let's check the lows over here. That's the 21 lows. Where are the 20 lows? Right about here. 4,106. Am I good or am I good?
Wow.
But that's only 2 years, right, Jake? From March 2020, we're looking at 2 years and a few months.
Yeah.
It went from four grand to 62 grand or something. That's unbelievable. 15 bagger. And it's not going that low again. If it goes down to the lows of 21, that's not, I mean, it's bad, but it's tolerable.
Yeah, that's the end of the world. Yeah.
June 20th of 21, it hit, well, basically we're there, 28,893. roughly. Yeah, but it had a low. Maybe that was the low, and we're very near that now. So I like Bitcoin. I think it will not break that low. If it does, it could be some much bigger sell off. But I think it holds. I think it holds pretty close to where it's trading. So if the S&P, put it to you this way, if the S&P rallies, this will too. It's been closely correlated, Jay.
Mm.
In fact, it's been the spiders on steroids. That's what it's been. From the 2020 lows, the spiders have more than doubled, or just slightly more than doubled. So this one went up 15 times. It's basically risk on play. It's basically the spiders on steroids, either direction. All right, so we're going to wind it up. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks, Mark, Jiggly, Stallion, VRM. Next time, Mika, Mark, so on, Tim, Jake. It's good to see you. Drop by more often.
Yeah, I mean, I will stop by, and especially when Ephesus data is out. You will.
Maybe at that point you'll be in New York already. We'll get together.
Yeah, we have to, especially if it goes anything above.
It's nicer to get together when we have something to celebrate, right?
I agree, and we will.
I hope so. Adios, amigos. Take care. As always, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting, and please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Ciao.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.